You're listening to the Madcast Media Network. MadcastMedia.com.
Jordan Peterson, a very controversial figure, of course, a Canadian professor who came out against having to use the preferred pronouns of transgendered people. You know me, I turned over a new leaf last week. I started going down a new path where I'm totally a social justice warrior now, and I'm into that sort of stuff. So I don't like Jordan Peterson. I can tell you that much. I'm not a fan. But I gotta say this. He said something recently that really interested me, and it's kind of making me think twice about my feelings on Jordan Peterson. You know, he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he told Joe that all he has been eating for the past 2 months is meat, a full carnivore diet. And I thought, you know what? Nothing about that sounds totally fucking insane, and I should try it myself. So I am. Let's go bully the internet. This is PODAWFUL.
PODAWFUL sucks.
When you're sitting back and you wanna die, PODAWFUL makes that worse. You're on government knees, they won't let you fly. PODAWFUL quench your thirst.
You know what? You're not funny. I want to really kick your ass.
I'm in that ass, bro.
What's up, guys? I'm your host, Jesse P.S. You can friend me on Facebook, facebook.com/Mark Zuckerberg's Asian Dildo. Facebook.com/Mark Zuckerberg's Asian Dildo. And again, if you don't know this Jordan Peterson fella, he's that Muppet man who likes to be very mad at feminists. It's his fetish. That's what he's into. So you've seen a lot of his videos where he's epically destroying feminists with his masculine penis. Or whatever. I don't know what he does. He's the guy that goes around going, there's a biological difference. A biological difference between men and women. You know, that's Jordan Peterson. And I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you watch this Joe Rogan blog that he's got going on. Some people call it a podcast. I call it a blog. But this guy, Joe Rogan, he's got a blog, and it is... you are an idiot if you watch his show. What a moron. What a despicable idiot. You know, I have not talked enough about Joe Rogan on this show. I figure it's too big a podcast. People will hate me for saying this. I have from day one, and keep in mind, Joe Rogan's been doing a podcast since like 2006 or something nonsensical like that. But from day one, I've been saying Joe Rogan's podcast is terrible. This man has destroyed his mind with illicit drugs. And he seems to, it also has made him rageful. You know, the man loves to smoke his pot. He loves talking about smoking weed, which of course makes you a little elegant. We've turned over a new leaf here at PODAWFUL. But smoking weed, of course, they always say, oh, it mellows me out. It makes me... Joe Rogan's not a mellow man. Not a mellow man at all. I one time tuned into his blog, one of his live blogs. I tuned into it, and he was choking another man out with his thighs. He was just trying to kill another man. This is not, he's very small. You know, I tower over Joe Rogan, absolutely. This is I think he's 5'3". I believe that's the, he lies and he says he's like 5'8" or something like that. I saw him in real life one time. He's 5'3" if he's a mile. And Joe Rogan, he likes to punch, he likes to kick, he likes to hurt. He likes to hurt women. And he is not a mellow man. He is living proof that marijuana and all these other drugs, they don't mellow you out. They make you a freaking psychopath. And so one of the people he likes to have on a show is, of course, Jordan Peterson, who is also a psychopath. Now, I know what you're thinking. A lot of you guys out there, if you don't like Joe Rogan, you, at the very least, you probably are into Jordan Peterson. You know, he seems like a really... I get it. Seems like a really smart guy. I thought so, too, by the way. I thought he sounded like a smart guy. You know, back before I turned over my new leaf with his whole pronouns thing, I was right there with him. I certainly think... I certainly used to think that he had the right to say whatever he wanted to say, and that's how freedom of speech should work. I don't think that anymore. I think you should be legally forced with the threat of violence to use anybody's made-up pronouns that they choose, even if they say their pronoun is quaxalol and You should have to say that legally, because otherwise you're not respecting them as a human being. You're saying that they aren't legitimately existing. And that's the most important thing in life, is to make sure that everyone around you, under the threat of violence, believes that you exist. So anyway, Jordan Peterson, of course, seems like a really smart man. You know, he says the word biological a lot. He talks about, I mean, the guy's got degrees. Don't get me wrong. He knows some stuff. There's a biological difference. There's a Joe, it's very simple. There's a biological difference between men and women. Women are there to get fucked. They're supposed to get fucked out. You're supposed to be painting the inside of their vaginas with cum until they explode. May God have mercy on your soul. So that's Jordan Peterson, right? Seems like a smart guy when he's talking about that kind of stuff. Turns out, Jordan Peterson, possibly a complete retard. Now, again, I think there's an element of going on Joe Rogan's podcast that makes you stupider. I think it literally, watching it certainly makes you dumber, but being on it, and by the way, I do mean on it, makes you stupider. And I think Jordan Peterson, as many times as he's appeared on that blog, oh, and by the way, the H3H3 podcast, Jesus. Oh, I mean, I'm into H3H3. I forgot. Last week, I decided I'm into H3H3. It's very important that I am because they're big-time YouTubers and part of the Israeli Hero Brigade. Hee-haw! Anyway, I think going on these blogs makes you stupider and stupider. And so it's happened to Jordan Peterson. He went on Joe Rogan's blog a couple weeks ago, or not even that long ago, maybe. Maybe it was only a week ago. He was on there, and he tells Joe that he is eating only meat. Only meat. Now, I heard this. I go, you know what? I'm going to start eating only meat. So I have indeed started the Jordan Peterson carnivore diet. Thank you. Started it on Friday by accident. It turned out beef jerky was very cheap. You can get it for super cheap right now. So I started eating it on Friday, even though I meant to start today. And you know what? I haven't eaten anything else since. Only beef jerky and sausage. That's the only thing I've eaten so far. And I plan to report back on how this does next week. I'm going to let you know what it does. And I'm not doing this scientifically, okay? Number one, I don't have health insurance. I ain't going to a doctor and getting blood panels run. I don't know how much I weigh. I don't own a scale, all right? Because scales only tell you what trolls think about your body. So if you don't step on a scale and it doesn't point to an emoji of a princess, then what is the point of that scale? I have no idea how much I weigh. I think I'm probably around like 175, maybe 180. I think I'm the fattest I've been since I moved to New York City. I don't think I'm, grossly overweight by any means, but I'm probably the fattest I've been in a long time. And so I think this is a good time to start doing this diet. So I'm just going to casually observe over a week if there's any change and see what happens. Now, before we get into the Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson clip, which, by the way, is so insane that you could start it at any point and you're going to hear one of them say the stupidest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. Before we do that, we are live as we are every Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time over at PODAWFUL.TV. We've got the live video stream going on right now. We've got the chat room that we call the Chaz room. Let's take a look and see what they're saying in that Chaz room. Well, I can't agree with those emojis in the Chaz room right now. There's a gas tank thing, like the thing you fill up your car with, and then the Star of David. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Jesse only eats meat. He did get that jerky for a super good price, but I still think he's going to hate doing it for a week. We'll see. I don't know. Please stop fat shaming yourself, Jesse. # body positive. Thank you. That's what this is all about. We want to be body positive here. Now, this is interesting. Patrick in the chat room says, I do the keto thing, eat lots of meat, but I couldn't only eat meat. This is an only meat diet. And if you have any questions about it, Feel free to call in at any point during the show. You can interrupt what's going on. The phone number, 480-38-AWFUL. That's 480-382-9385. I will answer any questions you have about the diet, any questions you have about Jordan Peterson, anything like that. Feel free to call in and ask any questions. You can ask, by the way, again, I've been on the diet now for essentially 3 days. I have eaten nothing but meat in the past 3 days. So we're already pretty deep into this. Oh, well, let's take a call right now. Hi there, you're on PODAWFUL.
Hi, Jesse. This is Elizabeth calling.
Hello, Elizabeth. You have a question about my meat diet?
Yes, I just wanted to make sure. So does that include things that come from meat, like milk or eggs, things that come from animals?
Like milk or egg? Oh, okay, you understand that. Let me ask you this. Is milk a meat?
Well, it comes from an animal.
Okay, well,
so
it's not
I was wondering
meat.
if that was...
No, it's meat only. Thank you for the call, Elizabeth. Thank you.
What about eggs then? That's like meat, the start of meat, right?
No, there's no such thing as the start of meat. God damn it. All right. Thank you, Elizabeth, for the call. I hung up on her. Guys, I'm only eating meat, okay? Let me play the clip for you. Maybe once you see the clip, you'll see what we're talking about here. Here's Jordan Peterson on the Joe Rogan podcast.
You're on this carnivore diet now.
Okay, so I want to preface that with something. I am not a dietary expert, so I'm now speaking as an uninformed citizen.
Yes.
Like always.
Well, this is anecdotal evidence from a human being that has dealt with autoimmune issues his whole life.
Yes.
You have done this for how long now?
I've been on a pure carnivore diet for about 2 months and a very, very low carb, greens only, modified carnivore diet for about a year.
So in the year...
And a low carb diet for 2 years.
So from the time that I've known you for what, 2.5 years?
So he was doing
now?
the keto thing before.
When I first met you, you had much more weight on your body.
Yeah.
You looked different.
Yeah.
And you were eating like the standard diet, right? Like normal people do.
Yes.
Pasta, bread, meat, chicken, whatever.
Yes.
And by the way, I love pasta, bread. I eat so many carbs. So, I've been looking into this keto thing for a while now because I go, you know what? There's probably something to that. All these fad diets, they sound retarded, but this one sounds all right. I don't know. Maybe I should try it out. Well, I've gone to the most extreme version of it for sure. Oh, we're getting a phone call. Let's take that call. Yeah, hi, you're on PODAWFUL.
Hey, it's me, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, I heard about you're going on this meat diet, but I'm wondering, like, if you're just going to eat all meat, like, are you also able to eat, like, potatoes?
Okay, Mike, did you hear the thing I was talking about keto a second ago?
Yeah, and I thought that maybe, like, like potatoes, they call it, where I come from anyway, it's the meat of the earth. Are you allowed to eat those too?
Where do you come from? Where do you come from that they call it the meat of the earth?
Canada.
In Canada, they call it the meat of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the expression chicken of the sea?
Yeah, that's like a tuna fish, right?
Right. Is tuna chicken?
It's not a potato.
And potato is not fucking meat. Okay, it's meat only. God. All right, thanks for the call, Mike. Maybe if we keep playing it, people understand.
You shifted over to only meat and greens. I saw you, and I'm like, you look fantastic. I'm like, what are you doing? And you're like, I changed my diet. I only eat meat and greens. And I was like, wow, that's fascinating. Well, I felt like, okay, what you're doing is cutting out refined sugars and all these different things that are problematic, preservatives, all the bullshit, processed foods. And you're having this extreme health benefit. And I was like, wow, that's really excellent.
By the way, meat is processed. You have to process meat to eat. And unless he's killing the animals himself and then eating them whole.
Excellent. You're showing great discipline. Then you decided to take it to another place and cut out the greens.
Yeah, I know.
What was the motivation for cutting out the greens?
Well, all of the motivation for
We're
this
getting
is
two
being
calls.
like-
Jesus Christ. All right, hang on a second. We're going to take one call at a time here. Hi there, you're on PODAWFUL.
Hey, Jesse, it's Caleb.
Hey, Caleb. All right, this is my best friend, Caleb. He probably understands what's going on here. What's good, Caleb?
No, honestly, I think you're kind of a bit of a pussy.
You think I'm a pussy?
Yeah, you know what? Eating only meat. You know what? We own this world. You should eat everything on it.
Well, I'm just trying to follow the carnivore. I'm just doing the JP thing here, you know? I'm just trying to
And
be
what
like,
happened to the dinosaurs?
they went extinct.
Yeah,
But they weren't all carnivores. There were
but a lot of them were.
No, there's a lot of herbivores, and there's also quite a few omnivores in the.
Well, they're all dead now.
I don't. You think that it's because that many of them were carnivores? That's why.
No, not really. But I think it's kind of weak. You should really just be eating everything. Have no discrimination.
Here's the way I
own
look
this
at
world.
it. Here's the way I look at it. Hunting and killing a plant is not really much of a challenge, is it?
But neither is farming.
Neither is farming, no. But I am eating the meat of only butchered by child slave animals, so I'm good.
Well, I think there's some child labor in farming. Get those Mexicans in there. I'm sure there's some children.
Whoa,
Mexicans.
hang on now. This is not some sort of alt-right pod. All right, thanks a lot, Caleb, for the call. Let's keep watching this.
Daughter, because she has an unbelievably serious autoimmune disease. I just
Now,
talked
okay,
to her
so this is why JP started doing the thing.
His daughter, my daughter, has an unbelievable autoimmune disease.
It's so unbelievable. You're not going to believe which autoimmune disease she has. Take a listen to this.
What is it called?
Well, it's arthritis.
Whoa! Hi there, you're on PODAWFUL.
Hey, what's up, Jesse? I got a question about your diet.
Is this TJ?
Yeah.
Okay, hi TJ.
Do you think insects are meat?
That's actually an interesting question. Are insects meat? I would say yes.
Yeah, because they have muscle.
Technically, they are. That would be meat. I believe that is. It's animals. So yeah.
Are you eating any insects?
No, because I'm not a fucking cave person. I'm not a bizarre man. No, I'm not eating.
Have you thought about it?
No, I've never thought of it. In fact, I'm not even eating seafood. But you know why?
Because you're not a seaman?
Yes, that's why. No, because I think a lot of seafood is just bugs of the sea, like lobsters and crabs and I don't know, an oyster or something. That's just a bug living in a toilet. So I'm not eating. Do you eat bugs?
I thought about it. I want to.
Oh boy! All right, thanks, TJ.
But there's way more to it than that.
So his daughter has arthritis. And the only thing that can cure her arthritis is eating only meat. Now, here's what we're going to do. Let's skip ahead to a random point. And I swear to God, you skip to any point in this video, and it's going to be something crazy. So I'm going to skip ahead to 10 minutes in, all right? Just random 10 minutes. All right, let's take this call. We're going to a lot of people have a lot of questions, guys. We got to take these calls. All right, hi, you're on PODAWFUL.
Look, I don't have much time. I need this question answered as fast as possible.
Okay.
My dog eats meat. Does a recently dead spouse, count as meat?
Is your dog eating your dead
Answer the
spouse?
question, please help me.
Yes, it counts.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, bye. All right. Well, that's a terrifying prospect. Okay, so we're going to go to 10 minutes in this video. Now, I guarantee you, this is just the 10-minute mark. That's just a random. This is a 30-minute video, by the way. I wish I could play the entire thing. It's all insane. But we're going to go to 10 minutes. It's a nice even number, and let's see what happens. All right, and go.
I've had gum disease since I was 25.
What?
That's been serious enough I've had to have minor surgical interventions, scraping and that sort of thing to keep it at bay. It's gone. I checked with my dentist before this last tour. No inflammation. And that's associated with heart disease.
Okay, so now, all right. Now JP is saying that eating only meat cures gingivitis. Now, this is the thing when it comes to these diets. I actually have 2 points about doing this. This is the thing when it comes to these diets, though. People start doing them, and like he said at the very beginning of this,
I have no idea. I'm a layman. I have no idea what this is doing to me. I'm not recommending this to anybody. I'm just telling my results.
Here's the thing. you start doing these diets, you start looking for results. You just look to anything. Now, how does he know he doesn't have gum inflammation just because maybe sometimes he randomly doesn't? I guarantee you he wasn't looking all the time at his gums, unless he's going up for auction at the slave house. Then I don't think that's the case. But you start looking for these things. Now, the number 2 thing when it comes to this is, and this is kind of my overall point, last week on the show, we talked about life coaches. And Jordan Peterson here, he just mentioned a tour he's going on. I wonder if it's similar to the tour that I'm going on, where he's just going from state to state, fucking all of his fans. Anyway, so he's going on a tour, and that's because Jordan Peterson has become something of a life coach. That's what he's attempting to do out of all of this. And the second that happens, you become a scam artist. And what is one of the number 1 tricks of scam artists? What are they always doing? They're coming up with fucking nonsense diets. Okay? I'm telling you, he's being very sheepish about it in this interview, about his carnivore diet. I'm telling you, give it a month. In about a month's time, he'll be writing a book about it. And then he'll be selling his diet, and he'll be telling you how to do it and all this kind of stuff. I guarantee that, or at the very least, he's dipping his toe in the water to see if he can get away with that. Let's keep watching this thing about the gingivitis, and then we're going to skip ahead again to see if he says anything else crazy. And I'm going to eat jerky while we listen.
Gum inflammation and gingivitis. It's a good risk factor for heart disease. It means the systemic inflammation is gone. And it's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to recover from gingivitis. And my gums are in perfect shape. It's like, what the hell? So here's what happened.
What the hell? Yeah, hi, I've got a big load of jerky in my mouth. What's up?
Hi, Jesse. It's Elizabeth again. I'm sorry to keep asking, but I really just want to make sure because, a lot of people say that mushrooms can have a very meaty texture to them, like portobello mushrooms. Are you allowed to eat those as well?
Elizabeth? Where you come from, do they call mushrooms the meat of the fungus world?
I mean, I think I've heard that from like vegetarians. They'll like put a slice of portobello mushrooms in a sandwich or in a burger, and that's a good substitute. So I wanted to check and see if you could eat those as well.
All right, I'm going to say this as calmly and as clearly as I possibly can because I like you, Elizabeth, okay?
Okay.
Mushrooms aren't fucking meat! What is wrong with you people? Why is it that when I announced this, no one understood what only meat means? Thank you so much for the call, Elizabeth. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. Wow, I think she was crying there at the end.
And I lost 50 pounds. It's like, that's a lot.
A lot?
Right? I'm nowhere near as hungry as I used to be.
I got to eat more meat.
Probably fallen by 70%. I don't get blood sugar dysregulation problems.
Dysregulation?
I need way less sleep. I get up in the morning and I'm fine. I'm not anxious. I'm not depressed. I don't have psoriasis. My legs were numb on the sides. That's gone. I'm certainly
it's all these dumb little things. It's all these just dumb little things he's got to list off to make this sound legit. Hi there. Who's this?
This is Brandon.
What's up, Brandon?
I wanted to ask, you're not going on the James version of the all-meat diet, which is sucking dicks.
Now, are you referring to a listener of ours named James who appears on our Friday night Hangout Explosion show?
Yes, Stepfather James.
Okay, and you're saying that the all-meat diet he is on is sucking dick?
Yes, particularly black dicks.
Wow, okay. Well, I don't know why you had to go there, but to answer your question, no, I am not sucking dicks on this diet. Brandon, you really seem to have it out for James, but you did. I just want to give you this. You did get him again. Nice job. Very good. Very good. All right. Thanks, Brandon, for the call. You guys got to join the Facebook cult we've got. PODAWFUL.com/cult. That's our Facebook cult. Brandon's in there fucking going ham on James. He really hates it. Brandon showed up for the first time on Friday night, this past Friday night hangout explosion. He was polishing a gun, and he just starts mocking James. And I think James got pretty upset by it.
Which is a great relief, especially doing this tour. Depression is gone.
The tour.
I'm stronger. I can swim better.
What? Okay, you're stronger and you can swim better. And I'm telling you, in a different part of this video, he says, I'm not working out anymore. Like, he's just doing a moderate amount of exercise or anything. But now he's stronger from eating only meat. Well, I've been eating only meat. And I will be eating only... I won't only eat jerky, by the way. So far I've had beef jerky and chorizo sausage. That's what I've eaten over the past 3 days. I've definitely taken in less calories. My caloric intake is much lower. As a matter of fact, a bag of this is a pound of jerky I've got right here. An entire pound of this doesn't even meet the daily requirements for caloric intake. It doesn't even meet caloric intake at a deficit. Like if you're trying to lose a pound a week, a man should take about 2,000 calories a day instead of 2,500. This wouldn't even meet that standard. I could eat this whole bag in one day and be okay calorically. And that's all I've been doing. I've been doing that. I've been eating that. I've been drinking water, a little salt, no fucking mushrooms. Yeah, hi, you're on Pod Awful.
Hey, it's Lenny Ways.
Hey, Lenny Ways. You got a question?
Yeah. I'm just in the airport right now, and I've been eating some really good chili, and they have a version with no beans. Can you eat chili with no beans on the carnivore diet?
Okay, well, no beans is a plus because beans are what?
Lentils, starch.
They're not meat. Now, the only problem I have with the chili idea, and I was actually, you know what, to be honest, I was thinking this myself because I make chili and eat chili quite often. I like chili quite a bit. And somebody did ask me about this diet. What about spices and things like that? Now, JP here says that he does salt, and he doesn't make mention of anything else. I have a feeling that if he's eating any sausage or anything, I mean, there's going to be some other spices and shit in there. There certainly isn't this jerky I'm eating. But let me ask you about the chili you're eating. Would you say it's mostly tomato sauce?
It's pretty consistently meat. You know, it's something you might put on a hot dog.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I might count that. I think I'd be okay with that.
What about a nice thick chowder?
A nice thick chowder?
Yeah.
Like a corn chowder?
Maybe like a clam chowder.
Well, the clams are meat. Are you fishing the clams out of the chowder and eating only the clams after rinsing them off?
I mean, I like putting some crackers in there and just going to town.
Then that's
cheese on top
not meat!
Oh, okay.
All right, good. Thanks for the call. Okay, let's skip ahead one more time in this Jordan Peterson clip here, and then we'll move on from this. But you know what? Let's do another even one 15 minutes in. Let's see what happens. 15 minutes in. By the way, I believe Jordan Peterson wants to fuck his daughter. The way he talks about it.
Oh, she looks so good now. You know, she had a baby, but she's lost weight. She's glowing.
I think he wants to fuck his own daughter.
It produced an overwhelming
all right,
sense.
fine. We'll take one more call. Hello, hi, you're on Pod Awful.
Hi, this is Dr. Mitchard. Is Jell-O a meat?
Wow. You know what? That's a tough one. Gelatin is made of the dusted bones of animals. But are bones meat?
That's an interesting question as a doctor.
Yep, you should know the answer.
I would say yes.
Okay, you are wrong, Doc. Off with your head. Goodbye. You and Jordan Peterson, both doctors who don't fully understand meat. Got it. Okay, let's play this clip.
Sense of impending doom.
Wait, what? Okay, I know I said 15 minutes, but I have to roll it back before that to hear what's impending doom.
But it was
just physical.
Oh, Jesus, I was so dead. But I didn't want to not do it. Because
apple cider. Like, what was it doing?
Sulfites in it.
What was it doing to you?
Oh, it produced an overwhelming sense of impending doom. I've seriously been overwhelmed.
Jesus Christ, I've been screaming into my microphone so much it's cutting out. Okay, so in this clip of the Joe Rogan blog experience, Jordan Peterson says that he drank apple cider one time. He just cheated a little bit on his diet, and it put him out for a month. That's insanity. A month. And he blames it on sulfites. Now, I've got the worst. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a picky eater. I've got the worst diet already. This is actually not a difficult diet for me to go into because other than carbs, basically all I eat is meat and cheese. And I can't eat cheese, just to be clear. Please, nobody call and ask that. But I don't eat any vegetables or fruit aside from potatoes and onions and the alliums, all of the alliums, which include onions. Okay, we're gonna. Hi there. Yeah, you're on PODAWFUL.
Hello.
Hello. Is this Jock Jam Jesus?
Yes.
Hello, Jock Jam Jesus. This is our friend Jock Jam Jesus.
Yes, Jesse. I was actually on this same Jordan Peterson diet like a month ago.
Really?
And, yeah, it made my penis 3 inches longer, and I was totally blind, and I can see now.
Wow. Hey, that's pretty impressive, man. Now, how long was your penis originally?
2 inches, Jesse. Now it's 5 inches.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, at least you can now fit more bitches on it.
True.
True. All right, thank you for the call, Jock Jam Jesus. Okay, so Jordan Peterson says that drinking cider one time during the middle of this diet put him out for an entire month. He actually makes that claim several times throughout this video. It is incredibly short-sighted and retarded.
Like, there's no way I could have lived like that if that would have lasted for... See, Michaela knew by that point that
Michaela's his daughter.
Probably only last a month, and I was like...
A month?
Yeah,
from
a month.
Fucking cider.
You're blowing my mind here. Oh, Jamie, can you bring up that video?
Oh, I didn't sleep. That
I need to crush this man between my thighs.
Month? I didn't sleep for 25 days.
Crush me, Joe. Ooh, crush me.
I didn't sleep at all.
He didn't sleep for 25 days? That's impossible. You would die. You would die from a week of no sleep. All right, we're going to take this call. Hey, you're on PODAWFUL. Did you hear that Jordan Peterson didn't sleep for 25 days straight because he drank cider?
I did not.
Okay, hi, who's this?
Hi, this is actually Kim.
Hi there, Kim.
Hey, just wondering, one of my friends in grade school once told me that her mom got tricked into eating snake at a dinner party. Would you consider eating snake by any chance if you're in the right setting?
Sorry, my microphone cut out because I've been screaming into it. Would I consider eating snake?
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be pretty hard-pressed to eat a reptile. I don't know. I mean, it's certainly meat. You're at least on the right track. Snake would be meat, and that would be okay on this diet. So, ding, 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 you aren't stupid. But would I eat snake? Here's the thing. I might eat snake not on this diet, but if it were incorporated into, say, a chili or something like that, I could maybe be persuaded to eat snake. I think if I'm just cutting into what looks like a snake and eating it, I don't think I could do that. I'm pretty squeamish with my food. It's part of why I don't eat seafood. I think it's a little gross.
I hear you. I feel like they're insects that I see also.
Yes.
Gross.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Jesse.
Thank you, Kim. And by the way, the people listening out there, for those of you who don't know, now I am a picky eater and I've always been a picky eater, but I found out in the past few years, it turns out a lot of the vegetables and fruits I don't eat, I shouldn't be eating them anyway, because I actually do suffer from a real condition that I know is definitely real. I've had doctors tell me this, that is called medullary sponge kidney, which basically means that my body takes calcium oxalate and converts it into billions of kidney stones. So now that I know which items contain calcium oxalate and I avoid those entirely and any derivatives thereof, I actually haven't had so many kidney stone problems in a long time. But I used to have constant kidney stones. I used to have kidney stones at the wazoo, which is, of course, where they come from. And it turned, what causes those kidney stones for me, you ask? apples, spinach, broccoli, or literally like all of the things you think of as being healthy. Now, I know one question on a lot of people's minds must be, well, what about pooping? Jesse, you're not going to be able to poop from this. You got to eat your fiber. Now, I already don't eat vegetables, so I already only poop like maybe once a week, twice if I'm lucky. I will admit this, though. Today, I felt like, ooh, I think I got to go take a dunkaroo. I don't like talking about this. This is so gross. But I thought I was experiencing that. And then I went to the bathroom and I sat on the toilet and I tried to press out my poop and nothing happened. And I have not pooped today. So only 2.5, 3 days in, this is a dire problem, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. I might have to abandon this diet. We will check in again in a week, but let's keep listening to Jordan Peterson talk about how cider made him not sleep for an entire month.
I didn't sleep at all for 25 days.
How is that possible? That
I'll tell you how it's possible. You lay in bed, frozen in something approximating terror for 8 hours, and then you get up.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, not
and
good.
this is from fucking cider. From cider.
That's what we thought. Yeah. I mean, look, again, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, this is all a mystery to me. The fact that my daughter was so sick. See, the one thing that I did know, because I scoured the literature on arthritis when she was a kid, the scientific literature, and because we were interested in the dietary connection. And the only thing I could find that was reliable was that if people with arthritis fasted, their symptoms reliably went away. And that's actually a well-documented finding. But then if they started to eat again, then the symptoms came back. And I thought, well, what the hell? Does it not matter what they eat? They can't be reactive to everything. It's like, no,
All
but
right.
they can be reactive to all.
All right, last call, because if this is another thing about meat. Hi there, you're on PODAWFUL.
Hey, this is Cups. I just want to bolster Mr. Peterson's claim about that cider. Because
okay.
I once had a sip of grape juice, just a sip.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I had sleep paralysis for 6 months.
For 6 months?
Just sleep paralysis.
Wow.
I thought demons were in my walls.
Cups, I hate to tell you this, but, you know, I've seen you on camera before during a hangout, and you do have you have demons in your walls. I've seen them.
God damn it. I thought that was that fucking grape juice.
It might not have been that grape juice. I don't know. But actually, now that you bring it up, you know, one time, and I hate to admit this, you know I hate to admit this, but one time, Cups, I love Dr. Pepper. Daddy's medicine.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's what keeps the demons at bay. That's why I drink it. It is my medicine. And one time I accidentally had Mr. Pibb instead. And
that's the worst.
It actually made me astrally project for an entire year. I couldn't stop astrally projecting.
And I know it's terrible. It's terrible. But Michaela, she told me, Dad, if you drink even one drop of Mr. Pibb, you will astrally project into the fifth dimension for at least a year, at least. I was right back into my depression. My gums started bleeding. I couldn't believe it. It was insane.
All right. Okay. All right, Cubs. Thanks for the call.
Yep.
All right. I think that's a good place to pause it there. Again, we will check in with my findings. I'll see if I lose any weight. I'll see if I'm any more vibrant, if I feel like my skin is better. You know, Jordan Peterson, multiple times in this clip, Jordan Peterson mentions his skin, and Joe Rogan says, "Ooh, your skin looks so beautiful. You're glowing." It's very bizarre. All right, last call, and then we're going on a break. Who's this?
Hey, it's Patrick. Does pussy count?
No, Patrick. Pussy does not count. All right, thanks for the call. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a lot more, including an update on a goon from last week. We'll be right back after this.
How does Loot Crate obtain such exquisite geek and gaming treasures every month?
Yeah. Help! My Crate enslaved me to fill their crates with nerd shit. Please save me from Loot Crate. LootCrate.com.
Yep, I don't understand. You get out of here. Get out, get out.
Buy something, cheapskate. PodAwful.com/store.
We're live
Sunday,
Wednesday, and Friday,
8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern
At PodAwful.tv.
at PodAwful.tv.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza.
PodAwful.pizza.
And we are back, guys. I do have to point out, you heard the ad for the shirts there. PodAwful.shop is the link. PodAwful.shop. We have the shirt of the summer right now, the Wild Man Chris t-shirt, and I got to announce it now. I've been trying to warn you guys ahead of time. The Wild Man Chris long sleeve tee, the shirt of the summer, is going to leave the Pod Awful store at the end of the summer. So you do have to get that one as soon as possible. We will never sell that t-shirt again. And to be honest, it's my favorite design right now. It's the favorite design we have on the store. PodAwful.shop. Make sure you grab it or take a look at any of the tees that we sell over there. And the reason we sell that merchandise and the reason I got to run those ads is because we don't run the ads of any other stupid fucking product. We only sell our own shit. And we only do the Pizza Fund. We don't have sponsors. We don't run ads on this show. Please support us because this is my job. And we're a small-time little group here, very tight-knit, and we're constantly getting kicked off of YouTube and all the other social media, so it's very difficult to do this. Make sure you buy a shirt or do what you can over at podawful.shop. We also have download shows and many other things to choose from over there. And we have the Pizza Fund, and I've got a big announcement. You heard the Pizza Fund ad a second ago there. It's like Patreon. Basically, we made our own Patreon. You know how Patreon works. Well, guess what? We've made Patreon better because I have just added, and it works, and you can go sign up now for it, a 6-month option for the Pizza Fund. So now all the different levels you have to choose from the $6 level on up, you can now do at 6 months at a time. And if you do that, you will receive 1 month for free, okay? 6 months, 1 month for free. So you're only paying for 5. Very good deal. A lot of you guys, you're in there, you're lifers. You've been in there for a long time. You're going to stay in there. You're enjoying the bonus content we put out. Of course, the live shows we do, the Friday show that we do. I mentioned it a few times tonight. Friday Night Hangout Explosion. It's right there over my shoulder, as a matter of fact. Friday Night Hangout Explosion. It's a show we do with the listeners. You get to hang out with me live. We sort of poke fun at each other. It's a great time. This last one was an awesome one. That is only under the $6 level of the Pizza Fund. You can only access it live, and you can only join the Hangout under the $6 level. And then we do the premium episode. So Pod Awful is twice a week. We are doing another full episode, not bullshit bonus kind of stuff that some other shows do where they don't try as hard. We do a full episode premium show on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And that's at the $12 level and up in the Pizza Fund. Again, if you're already in there and you enjoy what we do here, you want to keep supporting the show, I recommend you sign up for the 6-month version. Get that month for free, okay? I like to give back to the listener. I'm giving stuff away all the time. I can only give away so much, really, because, again, we're a small-time operation. We do not run YouTube ads. We do not have sponsorships. Nothing like that. Like, I keep holding up these Jack Links beef jerky things. Don't buy this. Do not buy this. All right? Fuck this company. I find it delicious, but I do not want them getting your money. We don't run ads, and that's what we do instead. The Pizza Fund, PODAWFUL.pizza. At the very least, go and see the different levels to choose from, see what content you can get. We even have a level as low as $1 a month, and that one will give you access immediately to 42 hours worth of content for $1. Nobody else does this. 42 hours worth of content, plus more content on the way. We're actually having another show coming up soon for that level, and nobody else will give you that much for $1. I am too generous. I really am. PodAwful.pizza is the link. Support our show. Help keep us going. Now let's talk about last week. Last week on the show, we were making fun of the life coaches. We made fun of Kyle Cease, of course. I mean, we're into them now or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, Pod Awesome. Remember that? And we found a new guy, a life coach by the name of the Spiritual Smartass. Well, we've got an update on the Spiritual Smartass. Quite an update. We won against this guy big time. He, on his own, found that episode. Now, remember, we found him because he commented on an episode I did about Kyle Cease, one of these transformational life coaches that's a scam artist. He is a clone of Kyle Cease, and he commented on a video saying I was being too mean to him, saying that he likes channels like H3H3.
Oh, H3H3, my best friends. Oh, yes, my Jewish friends.
And we decided to make fun of him last week. Spiritual Smartass. His real name's Brandon. Well, Brandon saw the episode of us making fun of him, and he commented saying, ooh, do more. And I told him, you got it, buddy. So here we are. You asked for it, Brandon. I started following Brandon on Facebook. You know, a lot of the listeners, they friend me on Facebook. We're part of the Facebook cult. I don't friend him, but I followed him on Facebook so I could wait for him to go live. And sure enough, he went live on Facebook this past week, and the cult showed up. The fans of hate were there, and it did not work out well for Brandon at all. This is the Spiritual Smartass losing it. Check it out. Oh, hang on a second. I gotta unmute it. That's my bad.
Yes.
Here we go.
I'm going to be posting my link as usual. I don't know if I can pin it anymore.
So look, he looks just like Kyle Cease.
Love is the law.
Some people were telling me that they think that the reason life coaches look like this is they all have fetal alcohol syndrome. I don't know that that's the case, but there's definitely some sort of physiognomy going on here. What is that thing called about the skulls? What is that called? Man, why can't I think of that right this second? We do need to get back into skull research when it comes to human beings and their IQ levels and race.
One-on-one call. Like as soon as you join, you get a one-on-one call, and then But I'm not going to pitch first. Like,
so he's live.
What's up, Katrina?
We're showing up. We're going to show up in this chat room.
I'll wait to pitch my program,
and he's going to lose it.
That's inappropriate of me.
Phrenology. Thank you so much, chat room. Phrenology is exactly what I was talking about. This guy has a phrenology that tells you there's something wrong.
Colleen, wave. Oh, awesome! People are lining up in here. That's great. A lot of people
they are
up and awake on this July 5th.
Yeah, he had a bunch of people
wave.
Show up because it was
I can only wave at some of you. That's not fair. Wave. So, yeah, if you don't know what's going on in my world, I am being trolled at the moment. My profile is being attacked by trolls.
Yes.
It's pretty interesting. They're interesting people. They say I have a butt chin.
That is not what we said.
What up? Hey, be in love, fall in love.
See, this is his thing. I found him doing this after the show, where he was going on his Facebook and typing out how he's being trolled and what we were saying, but he always made it about like the lesser things that we said. I didn't care that he had a cleft chin. I brought it up. What I cared about was that he had a receding chin. His chin is going into his neck, and they all do that. All the life coaches look like that. Kyle Cease looks exactly like that too. And that's what I was making fun of. But he tries to make it that I care about him having a cleft chin. And the reason he says that is because he knows his supporters will go, I like your cleft chin. Yeah, nobody cares about it. I like it too. It's fine. I think it's crazier that you have a cleft chin and it somehow is being sucked into your own neck.
The procrastination. So, what? First and foremost, what did I do today? I went to Soul Cycle. Obviously, I'm sweaty, plus it's humid out. I got
You're always sweaty.
my iced coffee with me. What's up, Sonny Brown?
All right, we're gonna show up at some point. I don't know when.
Oh, there he is.
There I am.
What's up, Jesse? Love you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Jesse is my biggest fan. I love him.
No.
He's amazing.
No.
He's so sweet and kind and loving, and he loves my chin. So that's great, you know.
I do love it. I think it's hilarious.
I just hope
You
that,
look retarded.
What's up, Crystal? Wave.
I don't know what this wave
It's going to be a
thing
fun
is.
show today. I feel it. It's going to be fun. It's
Oh,
going to
it
be
was.
insightful. It's
It
going
was
to be
very fun.
amazing. Yeah, I'm growing it, man. It's coming in.
I told him
I've been
grow in
using,
your
like-
beard.
I've been using nice oils to keep it moisturized.
I said grow in that
Trolls
beard,
be like,
cover
"Yo,
it
I'm gonna
up.
Find a reason to make fun of you because my life is shit. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do.
No.
What's up, Brittany? Wave.
I hate that. I can't stand that thing that they do. And they do it because they need an explanation. Why would you make fun of me? I'm great. No, you're not. That's why we're making fun of you. We're not making fun of you because our lives are shit. I love my life. It's great. I'm eating only meat. I'm doing great. Okay? I just think you are ridiculous and you are ruining other people's lives. And I would like to stop that.
We love you, Jesse. Everyone give love hearts to Jesse because
Thank you so much.
He feels the
Mwah.
need to
Mwah.
watch my shit all day long. Like he's gonna be watching
No.
my live streams for entire weeks.
I wish that were true. I was not watching his shit all day long. I literally looked at his stuff about a minute before the show last Sunday, but I wasn't watching it all day long by any means. And by the way, I have to announce this. I nailed it that black girl who showed up back when he was a wigger in his video was his girlfriend. I was right. I had no idea, but I was right about that. And then once he stopped being a wigger, he started dating a white woman, like the whitest woman you could ever find. So that was awesome. Congratulations to me. I'm very smart. Very, very smart. I don't watch your shit all the time, and I will never watch it again because guess what? Brandon blocked me as a result of this stream. In fact, he blocked me on many accounts.
And picking it apart. So everyone give him love and shower
I
him
don't
with
want your
support.
love.
He needs love.
No, I don't.
And wish him the best. Yes, it's true. I'm a poor man's Kyle Cease. And buy my shit, Jesse. Buy my shit.
No.
But we need to work on a 101 level, Jesse, because I think you might harass other people in the group. So
Absolutely.
we need to work 101. But I'll help you out, man. Help you out with your podcast. Everything is going to be
You
great.
already are.
We're going to make you real, raw,
You've
and
been
relevant.
helping me.
We're
Thank
gonna
you
help
so
you
much.
out.
This is
People
a great
are gonna
help.
love you. Everyone is going to know Jesse's name. Yeah, give me the angry faces too. Bring it up. Bring it up. Are you being sarcastic about Jesse? No, I love Jesse. He's a man. What's up, Calvin? Wave.
Yeah, notice how friendly
Yes.
and fun this is for him right now because things are about to take a dark turn for him. A very dark turn.
Jesse, bring your boys.
See, he tells me to do it.
Bring
He
your
eggs me
friends.
on. He asked for this. He literally asked
I'm a
for
poor
it.
man. I'm more like JP Sears, actually, because JP Sears is a ginger. My mouth looks like that because when I was a kid, I had buck teeth. And
That's
then I
not
had
it.
headgear, and I got my teeth straightened. So thank you for
That's
my
not what we're
parents for
talking
looking
about.
out for me.
We're talking
Like, I
about your
understand that
mealy mouth.
My top mouth sticks out a little bit,
No,
but
you
I
have,
like it.
You have dick-sucking lips.
You're the poor Kyle Cease's Kyle Cease. Clever. I like that.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you. And the other piranhas are in the chat, too.
Oh, you like my lips? Yeah, I like my lips too. I haven't worn any chapstick. I think I could use some chapstick. You
This
know,
guy can't
that would
fucking
make my
talk.
lips nice and moisturized. That's usually a problem in the winter, but I think chapstick could help. You know. But anyway, today I went to Soul Cycle to build up my aura. I
Oh
went to
my
Soul
God.
Cycle the first time.
What?
To build up my aura because I knew Jesse was going to come in here.
What the
and
fuck
I
is
needed
that?
shield.
What does that
the
even
shield
mean?
is sort of like in Sonic the Hedgehog when you hit that TV
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we have official AU Gold. He brought up Sonic the Hedgehog, and you know what that means? Brandon is transgendered. You're allowed to say that.
You like my lips? Jesse, if you want to kiss me, you need to pay extra. Like
didn't
you
say
need
I
to,
like
you
'em.
need to get the VIP service.
I said they're
and you haven't
gross.
even bought the basic service yet. So you need to step your game up. You need to get the VIP. I know you're rich. I know you're making so much money from your podcast.
Thank you.
So I mean,
That's
get
true.
with it, dude. The program I'm offering right now is only $1,000. If you want the VIP, you can go with the $2,000 one. Yeah, he's for real. Jesse has like all this beautiful hair.
Yep. Thank you so much.
He has all this beautiful hair. Look at me, like I'm
bald.
I might lose this.
You're
like in
you're
3
definitely
years or
going to
something,
lose it.
This
That's
might be gone.
Yep.
So Jesse, like he has like luscious hair. It's
Thank you.
amazing. You should check him out. Like
You
he has
should.
this long, beautiful hair. I think he wears like that herbal essence shampoo.
No.
He's an amazing guy. But anyway, Jesse, get the VIP. I promise we can kiss for VIP.
Ew. Imagine
yes,
kissing
I am
this
coming
guy.
unraveled. I'm always cut.
So one of the piranhas in this chat says you're coming unraveled. That's so true.
Tell me something new. I'm always unraveled. This is me every day. It's always like this.
All day,
Why
bro.
don't you just accept the inevitable and shave your head? Well, I did do that. I did that back in high school. And oddly enough, this has been consistent. I like the hair, though. I like owning up to my gingerness. What up, Crystal? Okay, that's... Okay, you don't need to be hitting on... you don't need to be hitting on my audience. That's inappropriate, Jesse. I've always said that Jesse's hair is very nice. Yeah, it is very nice. Do you have any male vitality pills? No, I'm only 31 years old. Perhaps when I'm 40.
Calling him out for
anyway,
scams.
Anyway, you're boring me, Jesse.
Wow.
You're getting kind of boring.
There it is. That is the official line of anyone losing an argument on the internet. You're boring me. You bore me, Jesse. How many times have we fucking heard that from somebody who can't handle it anymore? That's always all it is. This whole thing started off with how much he loves me. Now I'm boring him. And I'll tell you what made him bored is I started hitting on a girl in the chat room. I go, hey, baby, why don't you come over here and fuck me sometime? And he didn't like that. And then things went from bad to worse.
Just like get some more entertaining material. Like, yeah, come on, Jesse. You're getting a little bit boring. It's getting a little old, Jesse. What's up, Maru? So anyway, I want to say this. And actually, Maru is a perfect
Holy
example.
shit, you guys are right.
It's like she came in.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that. He said he's 31. He's the same age as me. Someone in the chat says, wow, he's 31. That's a hard 31. That is a hard 31. Now, I know he was, he stole valor. He pretended to be in the military. He's a stolen valor sort of guy. He was in it for the discounts at stores, at Starbucks. Actually, Starbucks doesn't do that discount, but all the other stores. Outback Steakhouse, of course. And, I'm the same age as this guy. Can you believe that? I might be a little older than him even, because I'm turning 32 in October. A lot of people don't realize that. I look like a young man. I'm very beautiful. I have all this hair. Okay, again, things went from bad to worse. Actually, you know what? He freaks out really, really, really hard on this one. And we upset him with some things that nobody should say to any other man. That's really true. The problem I've got here is I'm about to run out of time for this episode. So I'm going to do something a little unorthodox. We haven't done this in a little while. We're going to go into a pod after show, ladies and gentlemen. It's our after show. We haven't done it in a while, ever since we started the premium episodes, but we're going to go into a pod after show. We're going to finish off this video, and I'm going to show people. And by the way, none of us have access to this video anymore because he blocked all of us. But we're going to show off this video and exactly what we did and comment over it over in the Pizza Fund in the $6 and up levels of the Pizza Fund. So I do have to throw that plug back out there. PODAWFUL.pizza. I'll see you guys watching live right now over there in just a couple minutes while I set things up for the Pizza Fund mode. Again, if you're already in the Pizza Fund or even if you're just signing up for the first time, check out the 6-month versions. Get yourself a month for free. If you're already in the Pizza Fund, don't worry about upgrading to the 6-month because it will prorate it for you. You won't pay extra by upgrading. So if you're already halfway through your month, you don't have to wait, okay? It will take that money you've already paid into it out of the equation, all right? Very good stuff. We thought of everything. We're very smart people, and we're definitely not total retards when it comes to business. Not like the spiritual smartass who is and who we bullied into nearly crying, which you can see over in the Pizza Fund. PODAWFUL.pizza, $6 level and up. See you in a second over there. And until next time, for the rest of you, have an awful day.
Head over to podawful.com/iTunes and subscribe to us on iTunes. We're live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern at podawful.tv. Love the show? Keep it going by donating to the Pizza Fund. podawful.com/support. And anything else you need is at podawful.com. Hey there. Don't forget to subscribe to Madcast shows on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. Okay, bye. Madcast Media Network.